Hey guys, so welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. So, we continue with Act 10 of Sumeru. I don't know what to call it since Sumeru only has 6 acts, so yeah. So yeah. I forgot Tainari's here.
How's it going? Are things progressing smoothly?
Well enough, I suppose. You know how it is. The work itself is only half the problem. The other half is having to work with all hate
Yeah, I
them.
know. And everyone knows the problems Kabe has with I'll hate them. And I'm be honest, they bicker like an old married couple, bro. I know there's a lot of couples out there that last forever, but not all of them last forever. As y'all might have been in love with each other when y'all were younger, all hugs, kisses, sex, all that good shit. However, as time goes on, in some relationships, they might sour on each other, bro, and that it might not be as good as it once was. So yeah, it happens, bro. Y'all might not be in love with each other anymore. Y'all might not be happy with y'all relationship anymore. So yeah, or might be some problems between the two of y'all. So yeah,
I'm sure the feeling is mutual. Honestly, though, I thought you two had already worked
same with
things out.
friends, bro. Same with friends. Friends come and go, basically. So yeah, who might have been your friend when you was a kid might not be your friend when you're an adult, bro. Hell, I think there was only one person that I still keep in contact with that's from my high school, bro. Or from any of my schools, by the way. So yeah, but everyone else, I haven't even talked to in fucking 7 years, which was back in 2019 when I graduated, bro. So yeah, bro. Hell, all the friends that I have now, all of them. Well, one of them had has been my friend since I was young. He's more like a uncle figure to me, bro. So yeah, and also all the other friends I have currently, I've met last year. So yeah, yeah, that's crazy how from 2019 to 2024, I I haven't really been talking to any friends at all during that time frame, bro. Not really. But now I'm having friends again, bro.
As if. Turns out working closely together is the best way to expose any tensions lurking beneath the surface. Besides, I just think that some people never change.
Agreed. Case in point, you didn't make sure I was out of earshot before you started complaining about me.
Damn, I'll hate them call you lacking, Kabe.
Old habits die hard.
Actually, this is for your own good. Maybe if you spend a little more time listening to what other people have to say, you might actually realize that you're the problem.
Naivete is another old habit of yours.
I had assumed that you both volunteered for this project, like us forest rangers. But now I'm getting the sense that wasn't the case.
Definitely not. We were assigned to it by Lesser Lord Kusanali and Nephis.
As much as I'd love to be doing normal work for normal clients, these Titan projects are all that's on offer right now. Though I'm sure they wouldn't be roping us in if they had any better options. Just goes to show how short-staffed the academia really is.
I'm sure you've prepared yourself mentally, but I still feel the need to advise you to lower your expectations. It might make the process of working
That's
together a
crazy
little less
how
intolerable.
there's not that many people working at the academia, bro.
I know! Same to you! But if you already understood that, you should also know not to say the quiet part out loud.
Arguing like an old married couple already. Arguing already.
Why don't you come help me with my forest patrols? Might help you avoid any further disagreements.
Good suggestion, but unfortunately, differences of opinion will always exist. Changing the nature of the work won't get rid of them.
For once, I actually agree. There is zero chance of us ever resolving our differences. Zero!
Yeah. The thing is that you don't know that for sure, Kave. That's the thing. You never know when you're gonna resolve your differences. Sure, there's some people out there that still hate each other for real. Like, for example, 50 Cent and Ja Rule still hate each other to this very day, bro. Even after all these years, so yeah. But there's some beefs that actually get resolved. Like, for example, the Jay-Z versus Nas feud. They both hated each other. And years later, they ended up resolving their issues, so yeah. So yeah, bro. It more so depends on how the relationship goes, bro. It depends on how the whole beef goes, bro. And also, it was only a difference. You saying that there's no chance in hell that was all your differences. Then I gotta ask, why the fuck do y'all still live with each other? Yeah, that's my main question. Why the fuck do y'all still live with each other? If anything, couldn't y'all live in separate homes? If that's the fucking case, instead of bickering 24/7.
But even so, the work must be done. Care for some coffee?
I'm glad to see you making progress.
Don't act so smug! It'd be nice if you made some too!
I feel like even I've made some progress today. In the past, I never would have dared to try and mediate a conflict between you two while you're both right there in front of me.
Apologizing probably makes it sound like I'm in the wrong, but... I'm sorry.
I was just kidding. Truth be told, I don't have any work to do at the moment, so I'm just here to kill some time.
How's Kale?
She's studying with Nicole. I'm not sure how she's getting along, but she seems to be in good spirits at least.
I wouldn't worry. Angelic affairs are probably above your pay grade anyway.
I know what you mean, but Sino and I are still a little concerned for her. He said he'd go keep Kale company after he's finished training the mercenaries. I'm planning to join them myself shortly.
Kale will be okay. Have faith in her. Even we can see how much more confident and outgoing she's become in these past few years. Thanks to you and Sino being there for her and providing guidance every step of the way, she can finally stand on her own 2 feet.
On her own 2 feet.
Does it feel bittersweet? Watching the younger generation grow up and move on.
Yeah, it's nice seeing the younger generation grow up and move on, bro. So yeah. It's nice seeing them move on, bro. Yeah, people grow up, move on.
No, not yet, at least. I was just thinking, I wish there was more I could do for everyone.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she will. Just try to relax.
Yeah, just try to relax. Oh, it doesn't let you talk to I'll hate them, okay. Makes sense considering that Kaveh and I'll hate them despise each other. So yeah. Again, why the fuck do they live in the same house if they argue with each other a lot? As a traveler perspective now. Damn, it's hot outside today over here in New York City, bro. So yeah. 90 degrees outside, bro. And the sad part about it is that the pools aren't even open right now. The pools don't open in New York City until June 27th, bro. June 27th. I guess the reason why is because they don't want kids skipping school to just go to the pool. But at the same time, why the fuck did they go to school in June like, why the fuck did they go to school during that time period, bro? Like what's the point in going to school for the most part? Outside of state tests and regions. Apart from those, what's the point? Considering that y'all don't really do much work during much of that month. Mainly because early in the month the fucking marking period ends. And then you have like the regions or state tests. Hell, for some students they graduate. So what else do they do outside of those events? Nothing. What's the point of them going to school? Just to what? Do nothing, hang out? Like, and also the last day of school is on June 26th. And why the fuck, and I'm gonna say this right now, I'm gonna say this loud and clear, bro. Why the fuck are they having a full day on the last day of school nowadays? No fucking point. Like, what's the point? You don't do work at school on the last day of school. You don't. You just collect your report card. That's it, bruh. What else do you do? Like, I remember for the longest time, the last day of school for the longest time was a half a day, bruh. Meaning that kids get out of school at around 11:30 a.m. Which makes sense to have the last day of school be a half a day. Considering that you don't really do shit on the last day of school outside of collecting your report card. That's it. That's a very stupid decision of the DOE to make the last day of school a full day, bro. One of the most stupidest decisions I ever seen, bro. Because what's the point in the kids staying a full day if you're not going to do anything on the last day of school? The only thing you're going to do is get your report card, like I said, to see what your grades are. That's it. That's all you're doing, bro. You're not doing any work. You're not doing any work. That's the main criticism I have, bro.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's so big the crocodile king!
Paimon, shut up. He's asking the traveler, not you.
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity that I feel.
Speaking of Nahida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to Apep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that Apep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king?
I'm aware. Wow. Actual dialogue options, bro. Actual dialogue options, yeah, guys. Not the whole... Thank God it's actual dialogue options and not the whole one sentence broken into two bullshit. Like, this is one of the very few times in the game that's actually a dialogue option, bro. See if you're aware or not. Aware.
Then you are learned indeed. I'm glad to know that Sumeru has the support of someone like you. At the end of his life, King Deshret tricked the Dendro Dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro Dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the land, he chose to deceive her and thereby ensure his annihilation. An act that surely displays his love for humanity. The Dendro Dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes one wonder whether, perhaps, the Dendro Archon assisted her in the past.
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
Tell us about he has helped from suffering.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment.
Yeah.
As much as she loathes the Seven, Apep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. How ironic. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with Apep?
Go and pick up.
For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for her? I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much hope it brings.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account
Damn,
by
that's
me.
fucked up.
I understand what you require. But I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them
Damn.
as trinkets? Booer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your
Thank you
dwelling
for coming
place.
here.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there.
The fuck? These shits.
We made it. Huh?
Sarouche.
Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall.
Basically, these fucking creatures from these world quests that no one gives a fuck about essentially say, yeah, that these creatures are like from the world quest that honestly no one gives a fuck about, if I'm being honest. The reason why I say that is because their world quest, the best way to put it, doesn't have anything to do with the main story. So yeah, that's why I often skip the dialogue for those shits, bro. Because they have nothing to do with the story, bro. For the most part, though. Got you.
Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the Aranara doing here? Don't you guys hate the desert? Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them.
Oh, hey, Tam. You're telling me not to flame... You're telling me not to flame the Aranara. Well, the reason why I do is because their world quest has nothing to do with the game's story. Nothing to do with it. It's just like random filler, if you ask me. That honestly, that's the only thing that they have going for them is the music. The music is good. That's the only thing that they have going for them. So yeah.
I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you all.
They're so cute though. Yeah. Yeah, the designs look pretty nice. It's just that I never cared for their world quest. I never cared for their world quest. Never.
Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay?
Alright.
Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions.
What's the questions? Oh, they don't say
Okay,
it.
I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now.
Doesn't it feel like that they're just adding more characters to the new Archon quest just because? Like, you know how many fucking characters is involved in this fucking shit? I'm gonna give you a bit of a list. Nefer right here is one of them. You also got Kale, which is the main focus. You got Nicole, Tainari, Sino, Dia, I'll hate them, Kave, Sino, Jet. These creatures like, what the? Nahida, a Pep, and those like animal creature thing that the living beings with the animal heads or whatever the hell they called. It just feels like they're bloating the cat. It feels like that the cat's being bloated. Just because, for the most part. And these shits don't have fucking... They don't have voice lines, so... Wow, the big dendro dragon to us across the sky is so scary. And there's so many Nara here. Cheer up. Our pause. They're looking for us. Wait. Are they looking at us? I don't give a shit about these things. Surely, all those Nara can't see us. Nara has always been so busy walking here and there. Hi. Don't let the Nara... Oh my god. You know what? I'm skipping. Fuck that, I'm skipping. Nara coming.
Hello, everyone. It's only us.
Oh, Lord Dendro, Nara Traveler, and White Floaty. Lord of Dendro. Nara Traveler, Paimon. It's been a long time.
It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here. Especially since you don't like the Veluca. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well?
Araha is a Azara tree. Azara trees protect Vanarana. That means Araha is protecting. Yeah, I actually heard about that too, Tam. Yeah, hell, I actually complain about it on my recent streams. I complain about it on my recent streams of Genshin not having a skip button. So yeah, that pissed me off. Like, you want to know what makes it worse, Tam? Other Hoyoverse games such as Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail have skip buttons. So why doesn't Genshin have a skip button? There's no Hoyoverse has no excuse for this, bruh. Since they're able to put a skip button on both Zenless Zone Zero and Honkai Star Rail. Hell, other gacha games also have skip buttons. So yeah. So why doesn't Genshin have one? Like, what the hell? Like, you know what I had to do in order to skip, Tam? I have to constantly spam the A button to skip in Genshin. And that is tiring. Why couldn't you just have the B button be skip? So yeah. Don't worry, we'll stay behind. We'll do our best to protect our home and do our part too.
Everyone's here. Good.
You tend not to skip dialogue, but Genshin does have a lot of dialogue that isn't really necessary. Yeah, like Genshin has a good amount of dialogue that is just straight up filler, just to pad out the runtime for these quests, just to pad out the quests essentially. So yeah.
Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back
Hell,
there.
at least with games like Zelda Zone Zero, at least their dialogue, at least they get to the point with their dialogue in Zelda Zone Zero. Here, sometimes it just feels like filler at times with Genshin.
Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me.
Swoosh, the mighty red floaty.
Oh, excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon?
For real, like, for real, Overpass, don't ever compare So Rush to Paimon. Because at least So Rush has intelligence. Paimon is just stupid as hell. Hell, Sarush does a lot more than Paimon ever would. Well, Aurora thinks it suits you. Fuck you, Aurora, or whatever the fuck your name is.
I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so...
Need help. Arapas can help. We call help. Arapas brought a pot to make soup. What the fuck? Make soup? Like, don't you know that Samaro is in fucking danger? And yet, all you can think about is making soup? Like, you're better off fucking hiding, Arapas. If anything, because you forget that Samaro is in great danger at this point in the story, and all you can think about is making soup. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. All of us here to help. So, we'll all help. We will all help. I am not saying those Aura names, bro, because they're hard to pronounce for me, bro.
I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very
Sounds like
straightforward.
Paimon, right? Right, because with these aura creatures, all they think about is making food. Like, and Paimon mostly thinks about food, either food or money. Mostly, that's what Paimon mostly thinks about.
I can help too. Just let me know where I'm needed.
Yeah, it takes 5 minutes to say that line. Yeah. Yeah, it would take 5 minutes to say all those names, bruh, that are hard to pronounce. That's why I said we will all help. Because I'm not trying to pronounce all those names. Together. Lord Dendro, I have something important to tell you. On our way out of Vanarama, we saw some Nara talking in secret. Male Nara up to no good.
Up to no good?
Yes, two Nara sneaking around at Kara Van Rebot.
That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you to investigate the situation Arabalika spoke of? No problem. Leave it to us.
Oh
Thank
Lord.
you. I'm counting on you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone?
Really? Well, if we really have to, guess we have no choice. Don't be afraid, our pos. Make the most delicious. Oh my god. Oh my god. More of this filler bullshit, like skip.
There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be there.
Okay.
Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the most beautiful of dreams.
Nahida gently raises her hand. You don't know what she did, but you feel a wonderful presence like something out of a lovely dream indeed. Sunlight trickling through the branches, glistening like golden leaf, the trees chanting softly in the breeze as the flowing water plays a sympathy. Your heart swells up like a balloon as it fills with happiness. There are many terrible things yet to be resolved, but in the moment, all you feel is peace, friendship, and love as you stand side by side with dozens of the other creatures together in the forest. People around you turn their heads and scan their surroundings. They hear it too. Ancient voices speak from the forest, soothing everyone's hearts. Don't, do not fear. Do not be afraid. Do not be overcome by the storm.
Do not fear. We will face it together. This too shall pass.
All these things. Don't care about these things. Oh, okay. So. You'll be interested in to see the voice line comparison of games. Genshin has got to Genshin has got to have
Everyone's here.
one of the largest
Wonderful.
voice line counts in any game at this point. Yeah, they gotta be because remember, Genshin has been around for 6 years, and they have a ton of Archon quests, story quests, and hell, even limited time quests. So yeah, that would be a lot.
Dendro Archon, you're back. Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern.
Scholars update Nahida on the process of Aru's innovation.
I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Irminsul. It's a sound plan, although I regret to be the bearer of bad news. But with the state that Irminsul is currently in, it's impossible to access via traditional means. Even the Akasha won't change that.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
And what about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measures.
What? We're back here. Oh, Sino.
Hey, we're here!
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words, there may well be a traitor among us.
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you have a solution?
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate your abilities could never hurt.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same page.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and am more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious. I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have one suspect.
One?
The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the Fatui.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. This spy must have been planted long ago. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan.
Sino and Nefer quickly exchange intel and narrow down the relevant information.
I see. Your suspicions are well-founded. I'd be watching him too if I were you.
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some cash.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely anyone at Caravan Rebot knows who I am.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcry?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my face before. Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you.
Investigate the suspicious person.
Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample combat experience. Nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. What's that he's looking at? A coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any unexplained income. And yet it could be highly valuable. Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebat all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. I didn't think it would be so late by the time I found it. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, and she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Core of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when dealing with unknown people, whoever they might be.
I understand. Well, sir, is there anything else you need to know? If not, I'd better try and catch up with them.
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay you for your trouble.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand carrying anything.
No need for that. I'm strong enough for both of us.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows what they're doing here. You might have just saved my life, you know?
That was pretty good
You're not
acting
wrong
of
there.
Nefer.
I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back? I hope for your sake that it's priceless.
Actually, I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure to keep it to yourself, or we could both be in big trouble.
Oh, really? Sounds mysterious.
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means. We have to be very discreet when we're selling them. That's why I had to go looking for the missing cargo alone.
Ah, no wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before you ask. We don't want to ruin our relationship before we even hit the road.
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to sell on as well. Take a look at this.
Mercenary reveals the old coin in his hand. Thanks to his dealings with not quite Nefer, has seen plenty of antiques at time. Right, nice, very rare, high valuable item. EG coin. Used to pay off the mercenary, made of pure gold. First glance, it's hard to discern its country of origin. If sold to a astute collector, will fetch very high price.
Pure gold? That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so he's on the lookout for an opportunity to make a quiet trade. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell this.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having to deal with them. On the off chance anything went wrong, I'd never get my money back.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case, I think we can work something out.
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am. I don't know how this happened. One thing led to another, and look how it ended up.
Damn, it cuts off.
Huh?
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What are you doing?
This is the coin? Good. Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's Matra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, we have secured the evidence.
Nice.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Sino not so good, then turns and leaves with the suspect. For long, he returns to the intel he got out of the suspect.
Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation skills are highly effective.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine. I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet up at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Oh shit! Nice one, Wanderer. Nice one, bro. Yeah, like, would you be okay by yourself, Paimon? No? Then shut up, Paimon.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right? Meaning, you have to be
Facts.
quiet?
Like, And given how loud your voice is, Paimon, you need to shut the hell up in a stealth operation. If I were to give you a mission, Paimon, to do a stealth mission, your ass would have failed, without a doubt, because of how loud your fucking voice is.
Paimon? Are you sure about this?
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try, you'll never know. Besides, being the best guide into that has to count for something. This should be a piece of cake.
Bitch, you didn't do it. You don't do shit. Like, you're not the best guy. You're not. You're not. Oh my god, stop. Like, stop calling yourself the best guy when in reality you're the fucking worst guide ever. Like, you don't even act like a guide for most of the game. And hell, you don't even lift a finger, Paimon. Hell, even the Wanderer says, no, not this bitch.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If anything goes wrong, I'll have to gag you and shove you into a bush.
No need! Paimon will be super careful.
Highly doubt it.
Good. Then what are
Highly
we
doubt
waiting
it.
for? Let's go.
Ah! Coming! Coming!
Shut up, Paimon. Can't fucking wait to see, bro. This fucking stealth shit, bro. So yeah. Let's see. Come on, Wanderer. Let's see how good Paimon can be at stealth missions. One thing you should know about stealth missions is that you have to be quiet, bro. And you have to be sneaky, bro. And be quiet at the same time. Basically take down someone without them noticing, bro.
Quit following me.
Wait up! Hey, slow down, will you?
It's a stealth mission, Paimon. Shut up.
We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool. Cool.
Oh, I can tell the Wanderer does not want to do this with Paimon.
What's on your mind, Paimon?
Huh? Oh, nothing?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep. Why the sudden urge to go on a dangerous mission?
Damn! Even the Wanderer pointed it out, bro. Damn, even the Wanderer pointed the shit out, bro. Like, yeah, all that Paimon cares about is food. If you would have said food and money, or food and Mora, it would have definitely even made even more sense, bro. Since that's what Paimon likes, bro. And also, Paimon is not a guide. She's not. Even though that she claims to be. But if you look in the game, she barely is. Like, she only does it like, what, 3 times throughout the whole game. 3 fucking times that she acts like a guide. Only 3 times. In the entirety of the game. And the game lasted 6 years, bro. She was a guide at the start of the game at Mondstadt. But then afterwards, she abandons her role as a guide. All the way until Nod cried. Nod cried late in the game. Then all of a sudden she remembers her role as a guide. And then the third time is in that limited time event of the Lantern Rite event with Zabai. When she got Zabai through Leeway, which is not, at one point it's nice, but at the same time, why couldn't she do that to the Traveler? See what I mean, bro? Like, Paimon always brags about her being, oh, I'm the best guide ever. Oh, I'm the best companion ever. Where in reality, she's far from it. She's the worst. If in reality, she's the worst. So, and a lot of people agree with me. And a lot of people online agree with me, bro. As they hate Paimon as well. So yeah.
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
Yeah. Doing nothing. Doing nothing. You didn't do shit, Paimon, in any of those missions.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the Traveler's side.
Damn, the Wanderer is now pointing out Paimon's bullshit, bro. Damn, this is actually one of the very few times where Paimon gets called out on her bullshit, bro. Hell, the Wanderer is calling her out on her bullshit. The Wanderer would be like, bitch, please. You didn't do shit. Like, yeah, you never done anything on your own, Paimon. Oh, wait, because you're a straight up pussy. You straight up can't fight for shit. This bitch can't fight for shit, bro. And Paimon hardly, if ever, leaves the Traveler's side when it comes to the Archon and story quests. The only times that Paimon is absent from... The only times that Paimon is completely absent is the fucking hangout events. That's it.
Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen. If not, suit yourself. Makes no difference to me.
Now you're nervous. Now you're nervous because you're getting exposed by the Wanderer. It would have been even more funny if it was the Traveler exposing Paimon. But damn, the Wanderer is exposing Paimon.
That guy? Do you think Paimon is...
Damn, they finally pointed it out in Act 10 of the Songs of Welcome Moon shit, bro. So damn, bro. If you were to ask me, Paimon, yes, you're definitely useless. If you would have asked me, Paimon, and then my answer would have been yes, you're definitely useless throughout the whole game. You've been useless for almost the entirety of the game. There was no point in you even being in the game. You've been a real annoyance to the players by your high-pitched voice and you simplifying shit that does not need simplifying. Basically repeating shit that other characters said a second ago. You was rude towards other characters. All you cared about was food and money, and you don't do shit.
What? Where's that coming from?
When we were in Notgrai, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with the Traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, she can't do anything to help.
Oh my god. This is the first time This is the first time Paimon admits that she's useless, bro. First time, bro. Late in the game, bro. It's funny, bro. Seeing that that's fucking true, bro. Then why do you keep bragging about, oh, we did all this? But in reality, you didn't do shit, Paimon. It was the Traveler that did everything.
Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the Traveler got kidnapped that time. What if she never came back? What would Paimon do then?
Jeez, I wonder what you could have done. Absolutely nothing. Like usual.
And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually
Then
useful.
do something for a change. Start doing some work for once. Start doing some actual work for once. Start helping out for once. Like you didn't do shit throughout this whole game. Like this is the very first time that Paimon admits that she's useless throughout the whole game. The very first time, bro. It took until Act 10. Act 10 of this mission, bro. I'm just gonna call it Song to the Welcome Moon for Acts 9 and 10, bro. Since they don't take place at Nocturne, they take place in Samaro, so yeah.
Does that make any sense? You know, that feeling of just being completely useless and... Oh. Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
No, you're not. You're not sounding ridiculous right now. Matter of fact, the shit you be saying is very fucking accurate. Because you are fucking useless throughout the whole game.
You asked the right person. Boy, do I know that feeling.
Oh, that guy.
I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up or change.
That's actually a really good point, Wanderer, because if you feel so useless, you have two choices. Either give up and not do anything, or start changing who you are. So start changing how you work. Like start changing who you are.
You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consultation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if you can at least say that you tried.
All right.
Something's not right. Shouldn't they be here by now? Paimon, is it just me? Or is it a little too quiet around here?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens, we head back.
Okay.
Time ticks by, but nothing still happens.
How strange. We've been here for ages. Where the heck are they? Have we been stood up? What is it? Did you think of
Honestly, that moment of the uselessness shit is actually one of the very first moments that it's actually one of the very first good moments of Paimon, bro. Of how she felt that she's useless. And which is pretty accurate, considering that she hasn't done shit in this game, bro.
Something feels off about this whole situation. but I can't quite explain why. We know for sure that the guy Sino caught had something set up, yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught, or, more likely, they decided to cut our guy loose.
How would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least send someone here to check things out?
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. Unless... This feels all too familiar. Come on, let's head back.
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each and every one of you. Thank you all for coming here and standing by our side.
Shesipang and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of Aru. Please forgive their absence. As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace. We remember him with great fondness.
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that it's really happening, I feel quite emotional. Time has taken many things away, but that which remains is all the more resilient.
I must say, there is one thing that rather surprises me. You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusadali. But even so, I can sense that the life force given to you by the Dendral Dragon has far from fully resolved the problem of your vitality.
Oh no! So even Apep's power didn't work? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I'm tied to Irminsul. Until the problem with it is resolved, there is no way I can fully recover. Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker. You must have sensed it already. Your power is not what it once was.
Regrettably, this is true.
I too have grown weaker due to the effects of Irminsul. Right now, we're all in quite a sorry state.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike, we must unite all our strength in this moment.
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as subjects of our king, we have a responsibility to support Sumeru through this catastrophe. Not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru. Times have changed, and the people of today possess greater wisdom than those of the past.
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Goti.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academia are busy opening and renovating Aru. They claim it has something to do with Irminsul?
Correct. Irminsul has existed in Teyvat since the very beginning. But during the Age of the Dragons, it did not possess the significance it holds today. After the heavenly principles arrived, the power of the Light Realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irminsul was refashioned as a device that records and preserves all information. Since then, everything in this world has been inextricably linked to it. As the Dendral Archon, I have a duty to protect Irminsul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably a major threat. Teyvat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Notcry, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irminsul. But despite my efforts, a major problem still arose within. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize the most direct route. And the only one that cannot be protected against. By entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur at any time.
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats, I couldn't allow myself to stop the souls of the departed from finding peace.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted. Soon after that, the tree began denying access to any connections.
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster. There will always be trials and tribulations for the world to endure.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown and connect to Irminsul.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irminsul in terms of overall function and performance is Al-Akhmar's legacy, Aru. All I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. Using Aru is a last resort, and a move that comes with enormous risks. The Scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha to connect to Irminsul and investigate. Unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought, rendering that plan futile. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to a more extreme and far costlier means. This has led to a number of new contingency plans. To reclaim Irminsul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind. I thank you all for giving them your blessing in this endeavor.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the Aranara, and the Pari.
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irminsul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with and what they were capable of.
Well, since you ask.
Damn. That's Irminsul. Oh, now it says it's officially started, bro. It said it before.
Master Tainari! What is that?
Is this Irminsul?
How did this happen? What's going on inside?
Luckily, we managed to evacuate everyone.
What in the world was that? That was terrifying!
Yes, this is the catastrophe we've been playing against it all this time.
Oh my. I understand now, Dendro Archon. You make yourself quite clear indeed.
Not once over the millennia has Irminsul been so terribly afflicted as this.
Oh hey, Lena Blake. I'm doing good right now. How are you?
Please continue, Dendro Archon.
Irminsul's root system is what comprises the ley lines. In the past, that has always been hidden away, going unseen by the general populace. But now, an evil intruder is making it reveal itself. It has become a tree of unbridled greed. A clear sign that a deranged experiment has advanced to a new stage.
Oh, that dude in the hoodie, bro.
Blasphemy. From where I stand, an experiment in the name of blasphemy sounds rather improper. But if we are to honor Dottores' will, this is what we must do.
The birth of this tree proves to me beyond doubt that this incident is connected to him. But to explain the situation in full, there is someone I need to tell you about.
Alright, he explains. That was about second to your heart's hurt, the doctor. His true name is Zanik. His plans are beyond all reckoning.
Zandik. So it was him. I saw him in the desert once. A man of supreme arrogance. So this is where it has taken him.
But didn't Dottori die and not cry? How is he still able to do
Yeah,
all this?
Deadass. The Traveler took down the Torre, Naka.
He must still have loyal followers amongst the Fatui. Even so, I'm still unclear as to how he has been able to wield such a profound influence over Irminsul.
I can confirm that Fatui forces have arrived in Sumeru City. Furthermore, Irminsul seems to be undergoing some kind of mutation. Evil branches are beginning to grow. Things that do not belong to this world are slowly but surely materializing. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other word to describe it. They don't seem to be fully formed physical entities yet, after all. But they are gradually becoming real.
A baleful tree climbing up into the heavens.
Speaking of Dottore, I have some information on that front as well.
Honorary accounts of what he and Paimon went through me thought. I find no one.
I didn't think it was wise to state this out in the open. But my theory is, the mole wasn't cut off after he was caught. They wrote him off from the beginning.
You mean, the Fatui never intended to follow through with him? Then why plant a mole at all?
It's hardly a conventional strategy, and the rationale behind it is pretty twisted. But as it happens, I know someone who works exactly this way. And when it comes down to it, his goals are very simple. He just wants to confuse people, so they can't figure out what he's up to. He's been a collaborator of Dottore's from the outset. That fact alone confirms that Dottore is involved with this somehow.
Oh my god, bro. Some people, that's not hearing his name. That's so silent. Clearly, there's more going on here than anyone realized. Hida seeks to summon all relevant parties in a lengthy and in-depth meeting. Hida gives a detailed explanation of the enemy, the potential scale of the crisis. After further intel by Nicole and Nefer, plan formulated to everyone press we get to work. Really, it's just cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, bro.
Everyone, please remember
really
our
is
core
cutscene
strategy.
after cutscene after cutscene, bro. Like, we already had this problem in Nogcry, bro. So why are we having this problem in Sumeru as well, bro?
As per the discussions, the following groups must act immediately. Mr. Alhaitham and Mr. Kave, the next phase of the Aru renovation project must begin right away. Godspeed to you both.
We'll give it everything we've got.
The plan looks feasible, but the implementation will require certain resources.
General Mahamatra Sino and his team will help to procure the materials required for modifying the terminal.
No problem. I've already spoken with Sethos and Hat Guy, and they've agreed to assist me.
This kind of thing is best left to the fleet-footed, right? Hat Guy?
If it's efficiency you're after, we're the right people for the job.
Following up on the elemental energy amplifier we discussed, Miss Dory, I assume you're the one most familiar with the status of this project. Aside from the Dendro Archon, of course.
Yep, that's right. Leave it to Lord Sangamo Bay.
Got it. Well, I'd like Madame Farazan, Kale, and Nicole to support Dory on the technical side.
You can count on us. Will do.
Rest assured, I'll take good care of Kale.
Dia, Candace, and Nefer, you'll be in charge of negotiating between the various parties. I trust you remember our goal.
You bet. We can handle it.
Good. I believe that covers everything. Tainari will provide ad hoc support as needed, if that's okay.
Poor Tainari. Must be tough being Nephis' student. Getting bossed around all day, every day.
Hey, don't try and drive a wedge between us, you old rascal.
Damn.
All it says to me is that Master Nephis has faith in everyone's abilities. While I'm nominally here as backup, I doubt there will be many situations where my help is needed.
Exactly.
Finally, Traveler, you and I will head to the border between Sumeru and Natlan. Once that task is complete, I'll be asking some of you to accompany me to the Eternal Oasis.
The Eternal Oasis? I thought that was just a legend. So it does exist after all.
Regarding your trip to Natlan, under normal circumstances, a meeting between our two nations would be a far more formal affair. Unfortunately, Sumeru is all but completely cut off from the outside world at present. So regretfully, we won't be able to give the Pyro Archon Mawika the grand reception that she deserves. My apologies for the inconvenience.
No point putting too much pressure on yourselves. That goes for everyone.
Right. Especially you, Dendro Archon. I'm sure you're still feeling quite weak.
Don't worry about me. The Dendro Dragon's life force will sustain me. Plus, we'll be there every step of the way. Nahida will be just fine. Yes, I believe in myself. And I believe in every one of you. Well, time to get going.
Okay, thank God, thank God. Oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. We're gonna rest. We can rest. We can rest, bro. Let's rest for now, bro.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
Alright, so that's it for this episode, guys. See you guys next time. Fiber sign off.